What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. Right there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to. Just click the link. Now, with that being said, I just did a review for A Cabin in the Woods, A Knock at the Cabin. And what I wanted to do was I kind of wanted to compare and contrast the book, The Cabin at the End of the World, with the movie. So the movie and the book are pretty much similar, right? They're pretty much even till. Now, the only differences that are in the book is that Sabrina, no, let me get back. So there's a scene in the book where I believe Dave Bautista's character, Leonard, is struggling with Andrew or the other guy, I forgot his name. And what ends up happening is the gun goes off and it kills a little girl, Wynn, right? So this obviously was removed from the movie. Wynn survives to the end of the movie. That's one of the biggest parallels, right? In the book, Wynn gets shot. Leonard's completely devastated. He allows himself to be tied up. So he gets tied up in a chair, right? In the movie, though, it's different. What ends up happening is that Wynn's character survives all the way to the end. She's the central focus of the character, and basically, Andrew and his male companion, they argue in order to, take my life type shit. Another comparison from the book is that in the movie, Leonard's character kills himself. He sits on the rocket chair, gives him their final little monologue, and he ends up slitting his throat, right? And that's what happens in the movie. In the book, Leonard is killed by Sabrina. So Sabrina's character is the one that kills Leonard, right? And in the story, so that's one of the biggest parallels too. She kind of turns on him, and she kills him in the book, and she lets Andrew and keep forgetting his damn name. She lets Andrew and his companion or his male partner. She lets him go in order to get away. But here's the thing, though. As they're getting away, she feels compelled to continue what she came here to do. She ends up killing herself as well. So she commits suicide, kills herself, and leaves and tells them that, the apocalypse still going to happen. You guys need to kill one of y'all needs to kill the other one in order to stop this from happening. Now the biggest one is this. In the movie, the couple gets in this huge argument. They're really upset. I forgot whose character it is. I don't know if it's Jason. I don't know if it's Eric or the other guy. I don't know if it's Eric or Andrew, but the one that sees the visions, the one that actually sees the things, he's just like bought into it. He's like, you know what? I saw something. I believe them. And in the movie, there's always been hinted at that he has kind of like a religious, faith-based background, and the other guy doesn't. So he ends up basically sacrificing himself and allowing himself to be killed in order to prevent this apocalypse from happening. That doesn't happen in the book. In the book, what they say is that they don't, in a world where they thought that since Wynn died, even though she was killed accidentally by the accidental discharge, since she died, they felt like that should have been enough to like appease God and stop the apocalypse, but it was not. And what they were saying is that, you know what, like if this wasn't enough to stop the apocalypse, I don't want to continue the bloodshed to appease somebody who the death of an innocent child, that bloodshed alone wasn't enough to appease them. So they end up basically just wandering aimlessly, I guess, throughout the world and just wait for whatever is going to happen. Now, obviously, that doesn't happen in the movie because that's not really a good movie ending. So, like, there's book endings, there's movie endings. That's a really great ending for a book, or it's a decent ending for a book. For a movie, a lot of people leave the theater feeling like, like what? That's it. That sucks. I didn't like that. Like, they'll probably leave the theater feeling a little bit unfulfilled. So in order to prevent that from happening, M. Night and his team changed it up a little bit. They had the two, Andrew and God knows what's his name. Was it Andrew and Terry? What's his name? Eric and Andrew. Damn it, I need to remember that. Anyway, Eric and Andrew, they argue. One of them says he wants to be the sacrifice. Bop, he gets popped, and that basically ends the apocalypse. Now, there's one more part in the story to me that sat out to me. In the movie, when it is revealed that Redmond's character was the dude, the O'Bannon guy that attacked them in the bar, right? Because they're talking about, oh, it's like, it was like a hate crime or whatever. And this is basically a hate crime that was orchestrated by these guys. In the book, it's bought into a little bit more. Like all the characters really come together and they start to think like, you know what, this is a possibility, like this might, there might be some truth to this, like what he's saying. Like, what about if we were just kind of convinced, we were talking into doing this by this dude, and we just kind of came over here to kind of like fulfill his sick desire to be like, to do like a hate crime, and the idea was bought into more in the book versus in the movie. In the movie, it was just like, that's a possibility, but nah, it's not. No, it can't be that. No, it can't be. Nope, not at all. I really wish in the movie they probably would have bought into that a little bit more. Probably would have made it a little bit more believable. But I believe that's the only parallels from the movie and the book. Let me know in the comment section down below if you had a chance to read the book. If you have not, what do you guys think about the parallels that I've just mentioned right now? Do you think that it was good for them to keep those things out, or do you think it was a bad idea? They should just kept it just how the book was. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day. Adios, homies.